Hey, what's up? Smoking with Scruggs here. Today we're going to do a new recipe that I got from a TV show called America's Test Kitchen. I don't know if y'all get it in your area, but it comes on my local PBS station, and kind of wrote it down. So I'm going to be working off of a piece of paper today because I really don't know it by heart. But basically, it's they call it competition chicken thighs. So you know, it's a recipe that they had, and I thought I'd try it and share it with y'all. This is the first time I've ever done it, so you know, we're just gonna roll with it. That's how we do it here on Smoking with Scruggs. You know, and we're gonna see how it goes. And this calls for 4 pounds of chicken thighs, and I've got like about 6 pounds chicken thighs. Personally, I don't think that what they've got here is enough rub for what I like, so I'm going to double it, and I'm just going to use that and just kind of go with how much I put on my 6 pounds. But I will put the recipe down below, and you know, y'all can try it. But basically, we're gonna put some rub on. We're gonna make a rub. I'm gonna show you how to make a rub. And then we're going to put that on chicken in a pan, and then we're going to smoke it in a braising liquid, and then we're going to cook it on a grill. All this is going to be done indirect on a smoker, and then we're going to make a glaze, and I'll show you how to make the glaze along with the braising liquid also, and we'll see how they turn out. You know, I'm a chicken guy. I got to eat chicken. So I've also got some chicken breasts from my wife because she don't like chicken thighs, and they've just been marinating in some Italian dressing. So we'll just do that. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a rub up now, and then I'll bring the I'll put the chicken in a pan. Hopefully I've got a pan here, big enough pan. If I don't, then we got a problem, because I ain't going out to the store. I'm gonna have to improvise. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Alright, for this rub, like I said, I'm just going to double it up. Should have had a better thing of salt. They call for 1. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. The salt thing here, salt shaker ain't cooperating. And if I find it's too much, I'll just save it. And then we got 2 tablespoons light brown sugar, and then we got some smoked paprika. You know what? I'm just gonna open up a whole new. Let's see what I can get out of here. Probably ain't one. We need 1 more. Two of those. And then we got, let's see, black pepper. and a 3/4 tablespoon, which is going to be 1.5 for me. Got a big old chunk there. And then we're just going to thoroughly mix this all up. And this is going to be our rub for our chicken. And I'm going to go ahead and get that ready to put in a pan. And then we will sprinkle some of this on it. And what I don't use, I'll just save. We'll see how this rub tastes. We are going to save 4 teaspoons of this for later during the cooking process. So I will be putting 4 teaspoons aside. So yeah, looks pretty good. What do you think? Alright, I'm gonna go in here and get the chicken all ready. Alright, I'm gonna take out 4 teaspoons of this rub out. We're going to save this for later on in the cooking process. And then we're just going to sprinkle. Now I've got this pan here. This pan is pretty well jam-packed with some of these nice fresh chicken thighs. This one here I'm gonna hold off and I'm gonna pull to the side. I'm not gonna put this in this braising pan. I'm just gonna put the rub on this, and I'm gonna cook this by itself with the rub only, just because I want to see what the rub tastes like by itself without the braising process. So we're just gonna take these and we're just gonna put the rub on them. I'm gonna put him to the side for right now, and we're just gonna flip all these upside down and put the rub on them. And then we'll just flip them back over. And give them a good sprinkling of this rub. I usually use a shaker, so hope this turns out pretty good. Don't want to run out of rub. Which I don't think I am. Then after we put this rub on, these are going to set for an hour. And I'm going to go out here and get my grill ready, and then I'll come back in and we'll make the braising liquid up. Alrighty, well, you know, I got about twice as much rub left over, so, you know, they're That was probably correct, but I'm going to save this rub and put it on something later on if it tastes okay. You know, you can always have a little bit left over. You just, you know, maybe put it on something else later. Maybe put it on some chicken wings and try it. Alrighty, so these are going to sit. Let this rub absorb. And I'm going to go out here. I'm going to get my fire started. Alright, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, what's up? We're going to make the braising liquid now. The bad part is this recipe calls for barbecue sauce, and I'm totally out of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, which is what we use down here in the South. So I'm gonna have to improvise. I'm gonna use ketchup. Hey, you know, I don't know what else to do, but that's what we're gonna do, and just see how it comes out. In the description below, I will put barbecue sauce, but I'm not using barbecue sauce. That's what this recipe calls for, but I did not have any, and I just did not have time to go out to the store and get some. The store's too far away. I live in the boonies, and I've already got the grill going, so we're just gonna go with it. You know, sometimes that's what happens. So we're gonna make our braising liquid now. We're gonna pour that in the pan, and we're gonna be smoking the meat with cherry wood today. I've already got the smoker going up. We're looking for a temperature of about, I think it was 375 is what we're gonna be. Yeah, 350, 375 for half an hour in this liquid. So it's gonna make a liquid now. Alright, so this calls for a half a cup of chicken broth. So that's almost a full cup. And then a half a cup of barbecue sauce. And now we're kind of doubling this up because I've got a little bit more than 4 pounds, which is what this recipe calls for. So I'm just kind of eyeballing this. We ain't gonna be all perfect about it because, you know, the recipe's kind of messed up in a way, in my opinion, but, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you think you got it all together and you don't. Supposed to have 3 tablespoons Worcestershire, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go with 5. And then 6 teaspoons of minced garlic, which I don't know if I've got that much of that either. 6 teaspoons of minced garlic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to go with 10 for this recipe because, like I said, I got a little bit more, and I need to have some of this for a glaze that we're going to be making also. And then 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. Let's see what I have open for hot sauce. It looks like we're going to use some of this. This stuff here is pretty good. I highly recommend it. It's owned by a veteran-run company. I will put their website down in the description. Really good hot sauce. I got it at a car show, and I ordered a bunch of his stuff. Unfortunately, his barbecue sauce is really good, but it contains mustard seed, and I am highly allergic to mustard seed, and I found out the hard way with his sauce because I did not read the label beforehand. So we'll use this because this hot sauce is good, and I highly recommend it. So we want 2 of these. So we got 1, 2. We're going to go with 3. Okay, we're going to mix this up thoroughly. And then we're going to pour this right over our chicken. And then we'll go outside and see what the temperature looks like on the grill. I'm probably going to have to open it down because I got everything shut down. But we'll see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. Alright, get the old whiskey tool out. And we'll whisk this up real good. And we're just going to pour this right over. I'm going to set this one aside because this is the one that's just got the rub on it. I'm just going to throw him on the grill. And we're just going to pour this right on in here. Some of this. This is going to help keep the moisture in these too. We're going to put these on indirect heat. Cook these bad boys up. Alright. Meet y'all outside. These are just the chicken breasts that I've had marinating. They're just Italian dressing, that's all. My wife likes zesty Italian dressing on her chicken breast. So that's what we got here. Alright, so we're going to smoke this. Smoke this for a half an hour. Put some cherry wood of that pan there before we get to cooking. Make sure those look good. Here's old Mr. Lonesome. Alright. Alright. We're going to put some cherry wood in and let this smoke. For half an hour, and we'll come back and we'll check on them and see how it's going. Some people say, oh, wait a minute, you're just taking them right on out the bag. Yep, that's how I roll. I like a good, thick, heavy smoke, and that's the way I do it. That is the way I do it. I don't soak my chips. Alrighty, we're at 350 degrees and the choo-choo train is rolling. Alright, we're going to let that sit there for half an hour. We'll come back and check on it in a little bit. We'll go in the house and we're going to make this glaze. Alright, we're going to make up our glaze now, and it calls for 2 tablespoons of apple jelly. I'm going to use this here. We get this local, and I will put the link down in the description. This is apple pie preserves, and this stuff is really good. I'm going to use a little bit of extra because I'm using an extra amount of chicken of what it calls for. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some of this in here, and then we're going to warm it up in the microwave. So this is just going to kind of be a guesstimate anyway. Do a couple more. We'll put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Alright. Got that little runny there. And then we're going to add, calls for barbecue sauce, but of course I don't have barbecue sauce. So we're just going to go the old ketchup route, and calls for 2 tablespoons. One tablespoon of brown sugar. A little extra. And then 1 tablespoon of hot sauce. And because I have no barbecue sauce, I'm going to do 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire, and then it calls for 1 teaspoon, which is about all I really got of this minced garlic, so we're just going to put the rest of this in here. That's about all I got. And this is going to be our glaze that we are going to put on the chicken after it's cooking. We're going to whisk this up. Whisk it all up. We'll give this a little taste just to see what it tastes like. See what this glaze tastes like. It's actually right good. You know, I have no barbecue sauce. That's real good. You know, I might just stick my recipe in the comments alongside it. That's real good. I like that. That's better than barbecue sauce. Might have something here. Yeah, might stick this under my hat. Alright, we're gonna let that set, and we'll go outside and check my temperatures and see where we're at. We'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Okay, what's up? These things been on the grill now for about 40 minutes. They said half an hour, you know, smoking, but I've let them go a little longer, and the reason is because my smoker hasn't been maintaining the temperature that I'd like for it to be at. I'm using a different charcoal. Yeah, you know, you always kind of have to play around with stuff, and it's been kind of around 275, which is a whole lot lower than what it calls for. So this is going to take a little bit longer than what I wanted. But I usually use lump charcoal, and this new smoker I got, this is only like the 3rd time that I've used it, I believe, in I used briquettes in it this time, and it just does not like briquettes. It just burns it up too fast, and I've just been constantly feeding it, and I just can't even get the temps up to where I like it. So we'll probably just have to cook this low and slow. I just threw some more coals on it, but recipe says, you know, half hour. It's been 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I'm gonna take them off the grill now. Well, not off the grill. I'm gonna take them out of the braising liquid, put them on the grill, and then I'm gonna put a probe in them, see where my temperature's at on them. And they say to baste them with the basting liquid that we made, the glaze. Not the basting liquid, I'm sorry, the glaze. Put the glaze on it, and then we're going to sprinkle some more of the reserve rub that I had. But you know, I might hold off on glazing them. It depends on what the temperature's at on the meat itself. But I'm going to put a probe in, and I'm going to probe them throughout the rest. But if nothing else, we'll pull them off the grill now and see what they look like. Alright, so y'all just kind of bear with me. Man, just got hit with some smoke. They don't look too bad, but he looks really good. These here look really good. I might flip these now. They say that you're not supposed to flip these once we put them on the grill, and I probably will not do that. So, but I'm gonna pull these. I'm gonna flip these and put them back, and I'm gonna pull these off real quick. They look charcoaly. I don't tell you what, my wife ain't gonna like that at all. Yeah, wife is not gonna like that at all. You know what? These ain't even done. These ain't nowhere near done. Alrighty, well, we'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes, but yeah, we'll see how long this takes. It's about 7 o'clock now, so I got a feeling that I might be taking these things off and cooking them a different way. Just not a fan of this briquettes. Not a fan of briquettes with this grill at all. But we'll just play it by ear. I'm not going to glaze them now. I'm going to hold off on glazing them because we're only at 120 degrees all the way around, even the other ones. So we'll just come back in about an hour. It's going to be start getting dark by then, but all right. Thanks for watching. All right, as you can see there, we're a little bit over our temperature of 165 degrees. I'm going on up to 170 here. So I'm actually going to, I like my chicken a little bit overdone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open this thing up and I'm going to hit them with the glaze. And then I'm going to put the, let them go for a little bit longer. They're actually looking pretty good. I moved them down a little bit on the grill, but they sure are looking pretty good. So I'm just going to hit them with this glaze, and then some of the extra rub that I had on reserve. The thing I don't like is the skin is kind of rubbery, and I don't know if maybe it's going to tighten up with this glaze. We'll find out. I'm going to glaze both sides. I'm not real big on rubbery skin on chicken, but this is kind of how it turned out, so we'll see. Like I said, they say to glaze it. This cook has taken longer than I expected, and I don't know if it's because of the charcoal that I was using. As I said earlier, it's not a charcoal that I had used before, and I had a really hard time keeping the temperatures up on this. So I'm just going to flip these over. And hit them with the glaze again. I'm going to be honest with you. That thermometer says that this chicken is done, but I really have a hard time believing it. I really do. But, you know, thermometer don't lie. I'm gonna probably cook these till about 180, 185. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just real funny about chicken, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This chicken does not look done to me, just from what my experience as someone who's cooked a ton of chicken has seen. I just don't think that it's done. Maybe it is, but I really have my doubts. Alright, so I'm going to flip these back over. Then I'm going to hit them again with the glaze, and then I'm going to hit them again with the extra rub. And then I'm going to continue to cook them a little bit longer. Let's see, I got this recipe. I had to tweak it a little bit, like I said earlier. But because I didn't have no barbecue sauce, but I got it from America's Test Kitchen, PBS station. And I don't know if you get PBS in the area, but I'll put the recipe. I'll put my recipe down, what I did. And then I'll put the recipe that they recommend. And, you know, do both. Sorry, I'm all in the way. We just go sprinkle a little bit of this reserve rub that I had pulled off from what I had made earlier. And I'm just going to do the outside of this. I'm not going to flip these back over. We'll just do the skin. Might be a waste. Alright, there we have it. We're going to let them roll. We'll let them go for a little bit longer. We're at 174 now, so I'll probably let them go another 10 degrees and then I'll pull them off. Alright, so we're finally at about 185, so I'm going to pull these off. I don't know how good you're going to be able to see these, but I'm going to take them in anyway. Yeah, it's kind of dark. They almost look like they burn up, but I don't think they really are. We'll get a better shot once we get them in the house. I'm going to pull them off the grill and carry them in the house, and we'll see you in the house. Thanks for watching. Now these things, turned out pretty good. Get a close up here. I haven't tasted them yet. I'm going to let them rest for a little bit. But I like the color. I think they're going to taste pretty good, assuming that they're all done. That's my only concern. I cooked them to 185, so we'll see. But I'm going to let them rest. I need to get some things cleaned up outside. But they smell amazing. But we're just going to let them sit here and rest, and I'm going to go outside and clean up. I'll be right back, and we'll do a taste test. Alright, let's cut into this thing. See how it looks. Like I said, I'm not a fan of rubbery skin. Well, it's definitely done. I'm just going to cut off a little piece with the skin and everything, so I'll get a little char and all. It does look pretty good. Let's try it and see what it tastes like. Let's try this, see what it tastes like. That is something kind of good. That apple pie glaze is the bomb. Let me tell you what. You can try this with your favorite barbecue sauce. I will put in the link with the barbecue sauce, and I will also put in the link with what I did with the ketchup and the Worcestershire. It's the bomb. This is definitely a keeper. The only thing I think I would do different is I would definitely go with my lump charcoal again. I'm definitely not happy with that briquette charcoal, but I think I would probably do this on a Weber kettle grill as opposed to a smoker, just to cut the time down, because this is taking way too long for chicken for what it should have. I think on a Weber kettle grill you can knock this out in no time, and I'm probably going to do that. I'm probably going to try it on a Weber kettle grill, but this recipe is the bomb. You got to try this. This stuff is just awesome. Yeah, you could put this on any kind of chicken, on chicken breast. I just did the thighs because that's how it came, you know, with the thighs and on the recipe. You can do legs with this. I'm going to do this glaze on chicken wings. This glaze is the bomb. This stuff is out of this world. Y'all have to try it. Well, I appreciate you watching. Like I say, hit the like button. If you don't, it don't matter to me, because I just like making videos. So I appreciate it, and tell everybody about me. You know, like I say, we had a tough time with this cook, but you know, that's what it's all about. Kind of learn as you go along, and you know, It's better to do it now when you're at home than, you know, when you're around your friends and then you got it all down pat. You got everything straight. So, all right, I appreciate it. Have a good one. Keep on smoking.